I'm going to start off with first, what's your name and where you're from?
All right, so my name is Josh Fagley, and I'm an assistant professor here in the Department of Public Health and Health Education, and I'm from Scottsville, New York, which is about half an hour south of here.
Nice. And what brought you to Brockport specifically?
So I actually came to Brockport as a senior in high school in 1999 to take classes that weren't available at my high school, and I stayed here for my undergraduate degree from 2000 to 2004. And then in 2004, I started working here as a residence hall director, and then I spent about 7 years working in health and counseling, and now I am a faculty member.
And during that time period, how often have you heard about ghosts?
So I've heard about it pretty often. During my freshman year, BSG actually did a program where they locked 20 students in Hartwell overnight with professional ghost hunters, and I was one of those students. So me and my roommates hung out down in the wing with the dance department, because that is where the ghost hunters told us that they were getting a lot of activity and things like that. So they had all sorts of, I don't really know what the ghost hunting equipment was, but there was also a psychic there, and she said that that's where all of the activity was in the building. So I heard of it then. I heard of it, honestly, like parents sometimes ask about it on tours and things like that, so it seems to be this myth that is pretty common.
How do you answer parents?
How do I answer parents? Some parents come prepared. Like, some parents know that, like, there was actually someone that died during the construction of Hartwell. So they've, like, done their Googling, I guess. But in most cases, we kind of do the whole we can't confirm or deny that because we don't really know.
And my other question is, were you scared?
Was I scared? I was not scared. Honestly, the scariest thing that's ever happened in Hartwell was I was teaching a freshman seminar class about 2 years ago, and on the last day of the class, and it's like an intro to college class, so like me and my peer mentor asked our students, like, is there anything that you need to know to, you know, be successful at Brockport? Like anything we didn't cover in class, any of that stuff. And some students asked some questions, and then a student raised their hand and they just said, Dr. Fagley, like, is the Hartwell ghost real? And I'm not joking when I say this. 2 seconds later, the clock fell off the wall. And it was right next door in room 50. So kind of close, like, it's the classroom next to the dance department, where supposedly that's where the most activity is. So it was kind of freaky. I just told everyone to go home and the class is over.
So, is that a confirmation of ghosts?
I don't know. I mean, it could have just been a coincidence, or the clock just fell off the wall.
Are you ever at Hartwell at night? Do you ever, like, feel awkward?
I do teach night classes on occasion, so usually I haven't seen anything weird. Sometimes I get creeped out because of the motion sensor lights, but I think that's just the motion sensor lights.
And what's your favorite part about Hartwell?
My favorite part about Hartwell?
Or best memory?
Best memory?
Favorite, best,
definitely not some of my classes. Honestly, it probably is being locked in overnight with, you know, my freshman year roommate and kind of doing the ghost hunting thing. So that's kind of interesting.
And